We're live without the video today.
Oh, all right. Well, welcome to the show. We forgot to put our intro on. But anyway, all right.
It's
Well,
one
welcome.
of those nights.
Yes. Anyway, we have Madison on the show tonight from the Generational Run Yankees podcast show. Madison, thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's always fun to have you on, Madison. All right, Chris, start it off. I'm thrown off here. I'm in the middle of my
all right.
routine.
No, that's all right. Madison, so what are your thoughts? We're up 4-1 here, pretty late. It's top of the ninth. Can we get the last three outs? Are you comfortable?
No, I'm not. I think
I'm not.
with this team lately, I'm not comfortable with anything, until the last out of the last inning. So I was a little nervous. I was nervous when Cam got taken out. Fernando Cruz gave up a hit to start,
Yes.
I mean, easily could have tied that right there, but they didn't. And I'm following the score, so hopefully we can get the last three outs.
I know. I feel pretty good. Kimbrel is in now for the Mets, so now the Mets have to hope that they could get through this inning to
Ben
keep
Rice
it.
just hit a home run.
Who did?
Ben Rice.
Oh, he's up
It's
right now.
over. All right.
I'm watching Apple. So
okay, now I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable now.
4-run lead, 3-run lead. She's not 4-run lead. All right, we got it. I don't know.
Listen,
I don't feel it. I don't feel comfortable anymore.
You could be comfortable with the 1-run lead against the Mets. Hello to Dan out there. Also, yeah, there he is.
Armand.
And Armand, yeah, Kimbrel's in, and look what happened. Right off the bat. Ben Rice hits a home run. And I don't know if you guys are going to want to hear me rant and rave already, but I cannot.
Why didn't they just keep what was it? Myers was just in. Why didn't you just let him get 3 more outs? This way, next game, it's probably going to be a bullpen game for you guys too, right? Tomorrow, or are they bringing anybody up? Maybe.
I don't know. It still was up in the air, so who knows? But listen, Kimbrel. What is going on with this Kimbrel experiment? It's over. It's over. Come on. I want to see a young guy come in. Enough with Craig already. I can't take this anymore. Really. I'm going to turn into Frank the Tank because all of a sudden I'm not someone who yells and goes nuts, but all of a sudden I'm complaining about everything. Even though they won, they swept against the Tigers. Big deal. The Tigers are almost as bad as the Mets right now. So I don't know. You guys enjoy this, guys, because it's really, the Mets are really pissing me off.
Hey,
listen, it's all about getting hot at the right time. As long as you can get hot towards the end of the year, you're totally fine.
Yeah,
I've been telling them that. Right?
Yeah, this comes from Yankee fans.
No, I seriously been saying, I'm like,
I know.
You got to get to 500 by August. That's the goal, right? Don't worry about what you're doing in May and April. Who cares, right? Get to 500 by August, and you're in the race like everybody else. Like we were saying, last year, the Reds made the playoffs, and they won, 83 games, 84 games. So the Mets can do that.
Yeah. But if you go by what you just said, don't worry about it now. No, you have to, because if the Mets would have won one more game last year, they would have been in the playoffs and not the Reds. So, so it's tough to say don't worry about it.
So win one more game.
How about win a game? Listen. The series against the Tigers was their first sweep of a series all year. Think about that. It's just crazy. And I know it's only the middle of May, but damn, it sure feels like it's September already.
Yeah. I'll be honest. If I'm the Mets players, forget about the fans for a second, but if I'm the players and you're already talking about, I already seen it today. It was on MLB Network. They were talking about, this pitcher, like, the Mets could trade Freddie Peralta at the deadline. They could trade this guy. They could trade that guy. I'm like, wait a minute. the season's not over in the middle of May, right? Give these guys a chance. You got a third of the lineup out. Just giving the Mets a shot here. They do have a third of their lineup is out, right? You got Luis Roberts out, Polanco's out, and Lindor's out. Those are three big bats that are not in the lineup right now. So if one of them comes back, if two of them comes back, yeah, you know what? They can make a run, but because they have the pitching to do it.
Yeah, they do most of the time.
Right.
I don't know, but we'll get back to this for a second. But I want to ask Madison something while I'm thinking about it now. Madison, those videos you have with your brother, with the baseball packs, ripping, it's great. The kid, your brother's a natural.
So people don't believe me when I say this. I don't give him a script. I don't tell him what to say. I literally put the camera in front of us and I have it on TikTok, like the 10-minute video, because it doesn't take that long to open them. And I just let it play. And, he just does his thing. Like you can see in some of the videos, like when we're ending the video saying like, okay, we didn't get Carlos this time, but maybe we'll get him next time. Like he literally takes over for me now.
And you know what? He's gotten better at pronouncing the names. You can see, like from the very beginning, he was, you had to really walk him through it. But now it seems like he's sounding it out himself, and he's doing really well. How old is he?
He's 7.
Yeah, he's doing great. So, I think he's doing
and there's other times, like some of the names I get that they're really hard. Some of the names I can't even pronounce. But like sometimes he'll be like, I can't read this one. Or he'll be like, I'm going to assume I can't read this one. I'm like, I cut it out of the video. I'm like, you have to try to read it yourself. Like, you're never going to learn the names if you don't read them. Not trying to be like, I'll drill sergeant on him, but like, it's good to like read those.
Exactly. No, he's doing a good job. And by the way, if anybody's out there watching, if you got any Carlos Rodon cards, can you please get them to Madison? That's the one guy she's been trying to find in all these card packs. So please, if you have any baseball cards with Carlos Rodon on them, please send them over. And trust me, if I had any, I would definitely be sending them over to you. If you like any older players that played in the 80s or 90s, those I can send to you. But no, I don't have many of the newer players. But
he loves it. He thinks it's so much fun. Every day when I get home from work, he's like, "Can we make a video?" And then he'll like want to open more than one pack. I'm like, "No, we need to like stretch these out. We're not opening them all in one day."
Yeah, it's a lot of fun watching you guys pulling the packs and everything. And you got a pretty good card, right? Recently.
Okay, the fact that I got a Paul Skeens jersey card before I got a base Carlos Rodon card is crazy to me.
That's pretty cool. That's a game used jersey card. I know. I think that's something you could get graded or something. I don't know what they're worth, but I would think they're worth something.
Yeah. I just thought it was crazy. I didn't know that like that was a thing. Like, I'm new to the whole like baseball card thing. Like I literally just want Carlos Rodon. I have no idea like what all the special ones mean or anything. So I knew I could get like autographed ones. I didn't even know the jersey cards were a thing. Yeah. I had no idea. So when I like opened it, I'm like, what the heck is this? And then I like read it, and you can see in the video from today that he was holding up a different card. And he thought I was referring to that card. So he's like, I don't know what's so special about this card. It was like Dylan Beavers. I hope he never sees that video. But then I'm like, no, show that card, because I have a really cool one in my hand. I like couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
No, you could go really deep with baseball cards now. They got a lot of game stuff, not just jersey, hats, and everything. Baseball. They got the bats, game used bats. There's a piece of a bat in there. So yeah, it's a lot. It's not like the old days.
I went down a rabbit hole after because I had no idea. Like I saw the ones with the ball, like it was like a piece of the leather from the ball.
Yeah, it's a cool hobby to get into, but you go broke really fast. You get so into it.
But here's the thing that got me. I'm saying to myself, because as someone who collected, and sometimes I'll get the Topps Now cards, Chris, when she had him pick the card up again, I'm like, don't touch it. Don't let him touch it.
I know. I yelled at him after the video. I'm like, like didn't want to yell at him on the video. I'm like, after we stopped it, I'm like, you can't touch it. I'm like, and of course, like we got the all white patch. It could have been black. It could have been yellow.
Right.
Like, I was like, you got the all white patch, and you probably had like Cheetos with your lunch. Like, don't touch it. You can see me trying to like pull it out of his hand, but like I didn't want to rip the card. But you can totally see me trying to grab it from him.
Listen, we used to do, when we were kids, things were totally different. We used to do stupid things like kids would put their baseball cards on their bike tires so that it would make sounds and stuff while they were riding their bike. So I don't know how many like Nolan Ryan cards or Mike Schmidt cards got destroyed like that. But,
oh, forget it. I can't imagine. Right?
Yeah, but watching you guys do that and your little brother, it's great. So I recommend, if anyone, when you're on X, look for Madison and check that out. It's a lot of fun. All right, now back to this 5-1 disaster for the Mets. What do you guys think? Clay Holmes didn't have his best night tonight, but what do you, Chris? I know what you think already. Madison, what do you think about Clay Holmes and his move as a starter for the Mets?
I think if it works, because I firsthand have seen someone like, Luke Weaver, who went from being one of the worst starters in the league. He met Matt Blake and he turned into one of the best closers in the league. Obviously, last year he was not a great closer for us and he gave up a lot of runs, but in 2024, he went from being one of the worst starters to one of the best relievers. And so I think if Clay Holmes can go from, being one of the worst relievers to being a really good starter, then good for him. I think he wasn't beneficial to us, but if he can, get the job done for a different team, then good for him for being able to do that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would say the same thing. Yeah, I kind of say the same thing. I mean, good for him. You know what? He was great that first half of the season a couple of years ago for us, and then the second half he was the total opposite. And now he goes to the Mets. He becomes a starter, and he's really good as a starter. So, you know what? Good for him. The guy's finally found himself, and he's not a young guy. He's up there in age now. I think he's like 31 now, right? 32. So he's got one more year left on his contract. Hopefully he gets one more big one for himself, But, yeah, I mean, good for him. You know what? They've finally figured him out because we've seen him as a closer that first half where he was like unhittable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like it was weird. Like it was right before I think the All-Star break is where he started to, go off the cliff. And then from that point on, he was just not good. Something was up where he didn't look comfortable even on the mound during close games. So it just looked like he was shell-shocked. I don't know. But whatever happened, whatever they did in, with him when he joined the Mets, it worked because he's been really good.
So far, so good. I mean, except for tonight. And you guys, I'll tell you, Ben Rice is he's like an exciting young player. And I know you guys are happy about it. Why don't, Madison, why don't you give us your, what you feel about Ben Rice and how he's progressed?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've been a Ben Rice fan since 2 years ago where he came up for that game and hit 3 home runs. I think it was against Boston. Like, I mean, you could see that the kid had talent from a very young age, and he's only gotten better. And I mean, last year, you could call it an unlucky year. He was hitting the ball hard. He was just hitting it right to the fielders. It was kind of like, Trent Grisham. He hits the ball hard, but he's always hitting it right to someone, so he's getting out. I really like Ben Rice. I think he's definitely gotten way better at first base. I know there's talk about him like, oh, is he ever going to catch? I personally don't want him to catch. I think you can't mess up the groove that he has going right now by throwing him in to catch maybe 1 game a month. Like, I think that's just going to throw him off too much. But he's been hitting. Even if he had the injury like last week, he was out for a few days. But when he came back, he had like 1 bad game, and then after that, it was back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Chris, what about you?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Here's Jason. Dang, guys, I can't believe you found a guest that makes you look even uglier. Thank you.
Yeah,
We
thanks,
appreciate
Jason.
that.
You're right. Hey, really, you can't compare.
But he is right. He's definitely right. Yeah, no, I'm with Madison. I do not want to see him catching. I'd rather, you know what? They moved him to first. He's the regular first baseman. Keep him there. And I know. Listen, Goldschmidt's he's been hitting really well since he's been getting some of these at bats these last couple of weeks, especially after Stanton got hurt. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Goldschmidt DH a little bit more, or even play first base and Ben Rice DH, but I don't think we need Ben Rice catching. You also get, possibilities of injuries there a little bit more as the catcher, right? Yeah, Goldschmidt's a great tutor for him. I totally agree. Yeah, but I would like them to, I know you don't want to hear this, Madison, but I would like for them to get a right-handed catcher, but who are they going to get rid of? That's going to be the problem.
Exactly.
Right? Are they going to get rid of Wells, or are they going to get rid of JC? Right. So
I mean, I think that would be a double-edged sword, because like neither of them are really hitting right now. I mean, Wells's defense is obviously really good, and you want that to be on the field, but again, like you said, who do you get rid of?
Yeah, I mean, Escaras too. He's a really good defensive catcher, but he's also not the best hitter. So it's kind of like but I'm not even sure, but I would assume Wells might be worth more in a trade, because I think there's more upside with him, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they would trade him. But then again, that's maybe why they would hold on to him. If they could get just an average right-handed hitting catcher, to kind of just get some at bats against left-handed pitching, that'd be great. Just to balance out the lineup, because there's just too many lefties. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they tried with Randall Grichuk, and then he just did not hit, and then he went and got 4 RBIs the other day with the White Sox. So.
Yeah, I don't think he played enough here. So, but that's all right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
That was a late addition anyway, right? They just picked him up basically when the season started, or right before the season started. So it's no big deal. I don't really, I'm not going to kill him for cutting him and then bringing up Dominguez. And then, now we got Spencer Jones out there. So, but,
Hey, the Mets cured Spencer Jones, hitting problem tonight, right?
Yeah, he did get a hit.
Get a nice hit today.
Yep.
Got an RBI. What's that? His second RBI, right? Hey, Joe Dell.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's
you need to fix your hitting. Play a couple games against the Mets, and the Mets have good pitching, like we said. So
yes.
I'm half kidding, but it just, this team is the Mets, and we talked about it last night we were guests on that other show, on Chris's show, which we had a lot of fun on. The Mets are a team that it looks like they just jumbled everybody together and just put together a team. You know what it looks like? It looks like when new franchises, their first year, and they get like old stars from everywhere, and they just put them together and go out there and play. That's what it's looking like this year. But the problem is they're not all old stars. I mean,
it's 5-2. They're coming back. Brett Beatty, RBI single.
Yeah, there's 2 outs.
I know, but
2 outs.
There's 2 outs.
Bednar.
Anyway, so. Listen, Bednar, I thought he was a good pickup at the trade deadline last year, Chris.
I thought he was. No, last year he was. This year he's every outing. It seems like he makes things interesting.
It's like he has to dance around it before actually getting any outs. It's like it's so stressful.
It is. Look at this. Oh. All right, we got it. Breathe. Yeah, it's over. It's over. He hit the ball hard, but right at McMahon.
Carlos is going to throw a
what else is new?
All right.
What else is new? Piazza hit. Chris, Piazza hit the ball hard too, and we all know what happened then.
See, I see
Right?
Madison will never have the feeling of Rivera walking in from, from the bullpen
Okay, I
and
do remember
closing out the
that.
game. You do?
I
Okay.
do. Yes, I do.
Okay. But
I
it was
couldn't tell
Okay.
you if it was regular season, postseason, World Series. I
okay.
could not tell you that, but I do remember that.
Okay. But that was the best feeling in the world, like the confidence that Yankee fans had that, all right,
But yeah,
this game
knowing
is
that you
over.
had it in the bag, like
Yeah. And I'll be honest, and I'm not kidding when I say this, I have not felt that way since he retired with the Yankees. That hasn't been like, think about it. Have you felt that confident? Like when the guy was coming in from the bullpen, whoever we had as the closer, did you ever felt like, yeah, game's over?
2024 Luke Weaver, yes, I did. Nowhere
Well,
like they're not even on the same like level, but that's what it reminded me of. Like in the postseason,
Yes.
because he allowed what, one run over like however many games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was. All right, Jason,
you
Mets
want-
should be relegated. What do the Yankees need to take to step up to being a true threat to win it all? Feels like they're right there, but need something to push them over the top. All right, Madison, I'll let you take that one. What do you think?
should be true threat to win.
What's
All
the
right.
one thing the Yankees need, Madison?
Another right-handed bat for sure. I think at the trade deadline they have to fix the bullpen. Like we were good to start off, but I feel like usually we have a really good April, a really good May, and then June is where we start to suck. But this year it feels like we have a really good week and then we suck the next week, and then we have a really good week and we suck the next week. It's like June swoon in April and June swoon in May. Like I can't do a full month of this in June.
Yeah.
So I think they need to fix the bullpen. I think they need to find another right-handed batter who can, just put the ball in play. We saw how they've been trying to hit the small ball, like do small ball and stuff. So I think they need to find someone who can hit like that and drive in runs. And I think it's going to be really telling what they do at the deadline based on how they've been moving internally with, who they're calling up, who they're demoting. Luis Heel had a couple bad starts and he was sent right back down. And, Giancarlo got hurt. They brought Jason Dominguez up the next day. Jason Dominguez got hurt. They bring up Spencer Jones. I think they've been very smart about how they're constructing the roster during the season. So I just hope that for the trade deadline, they kind of do the same thing. They go all in, they make smart moves. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I would say another right-handed bat for sure. Bullpen, absolutely. I think the bullpen's gonna get better either way, right? Because we're gonna get Cole back, and Fried is gonna eventually come back too. Let's say he's out a month. May not be that long, but let's say he's out a month. After that month is up, he's gonna come back, and again, we're going to have that problem where someone's going to have to go into the bullpen, right? So it's probably going to be like a Ryan Weathers. So if he goes to the bullpen, that's a really good arm coming out of the bullpen, right? We've seen how good he could pitch as a starter. So,
yeah.
So I think
they need to approach the trade deadline with the same urgency that they have been using the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, and the whole Volpe thing. Originally, Volpe was going to come in and take Jose Caballero's job the second he was healthy. And then Aaron Boone said, oh, wait a minute. Caballero has, you got to keep him in the lineup somehow. So what do you do? And then they ultimately decided to, keep Volpe down.
Yeah. And I think that was the best move because even, Volpe was not doing anything in his rehab assignment. Like he wasn't like
doing nothing.
Up. Right.
No.
Yeah. He wasn't hitting. He was making errors in the field. Right. So I wouldn't give him the job, either. I would have kept him down there until he proves it. I just didn't think that they would have done it. I kept saying that they were going to do it.
Oh no, they should have done it. Nobody thought they were actually going to do it.
Right. Exactly.
And it was a waiting game because they waited till the last day.
Yes.
Everyone was kept refreshing their screens waiting for it to happen. And then it did. And everyone's like, whoa, did they really just do that?
And I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised. But with the way that they've been acting this year, I'm not surprised. Now it seems like they're like, okay, you know what? We've seen enough of you, and no,
Right.
right. We're not just going to bring you up and give you and hand you over to the starting job. I wish, because I like Volpe. I'm not saying, you know, he deserves anything or anything like that. I'm just saying I like the kid. I think he's a good kid, but you know what? He's got to prove himself. I wish he would come up and prove himself over these 10 games or whatever he's going to get while Cabby is out. And then when Caballero's healthy, then make that decision hard. Make it hard for the Yankees to say, man, what are we going to do? Are we going to send Volpe down now because he's playing really well? But up to tonight, so far, he has not played well, right? So, but I want to see him. I do want to see him get hot a little bit here and make that decision a little bit tougher. I just don't know what they would do. I guess they would send Schumann down. You know, that other kid, that other guy down. I think they would send him down and keep Volpe up, and then move Caballero around. If Volpe really goes on a hot streak,
if he proves himself, because I mean, if he doesn't, there's no reason to keep him up on the team right now.
Right.
They had a good thing going for them, and then everyone got hurt.
We talked about this a couple of times. Madison, do you think that maybe Volpe just can't play in New York and maybe he might need a fresh start? You know, maybe trade him to a team where there's not as much pressure, right? Because we talked about this last night.
Yeah.
They put a lot of pressure on this kid. When I said it to Chris, when they called him the next Jeter, you do that and you really could mess up with a kid. And I think that really affected him. I think so.
Well, he's in a bad spot now, right? Because he's not right now. He's the starter, but once Caballero returns, he's not going to be the starter. He's going to get sent down, and guess what? He's not the starter past this year because you got Lombard coming, right? Whenever he's going to come at some point, whether it's this year or next year opening day, he's going to be here. So I think, to be honest, this is what I was thinking too. Like maybe this 10 game appearance he's going to have here, they're basically showcasing him for a trade because
absolutely
right. I mean, are you going to really send this guy back down to AAA when Caballero comes back? They might trade him at the end of this 10 game when Caballero's ready. They might, if that's we also need someone else to trade with. Someone else has to want him. So I think they're kind of showcasing him there a little bit to be like, hey, you know what? He's still a starting shortstop in this league, and
I blame the Yankees organization for that, like the whole kind of downfall for him. I mean, because, he's from New Jersey. Who cares? He met Derek Jeter. Who cares? No one's going to be the next Derek Jeter, first of all. I don't care who you are. No one is going to be the next Derek Jeter. You cannot hold someone to that because then they are going to start holding themselves to that. And when you don't hit that mark, it's going to take a mental toll on you. You're trying to reach something that is essentially unreachable. And I think that the Yankees organization has held Volpe on this pedestal that he is going to be the next Derek Jeter. He's not. And I think it really messed him up. And I don't know how you are able to work through that when you're constantly being torn down online and the reporters are talking about you and the commentators are talking about you like that. Like, how do you possibly pick yourself up from that? I truly, truly think he will be a great player on any other team.
Yeah,
wow, a great player.
I agree. Yeah, listen. The sad part is that shortstop now is that that high. I'm trying to think of the right word, but shortstop now for the Yankees is that spot where they're always going to be compared to Jeter, right?
Right.
Even when Didi first came up, when they first traded for him, he was the guy that was replacing Jeter, and you're not replacing Jeter. You just can't, like you said it perfectly. We're never going to see another Derek Jeter, right? So with Didi, it took him like a few weeks. I mean, he played horrible because I'm sure the pressure was on him to perform to perform like a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, you're not going to do that, right? So that's like impossible. And he ended up getting comfortable and playing really well. I mean, he was one of the most popular players while he was here. Before that, It was weird. Before that, used to be center field for the Yankees, right? Everybody was compared to Mickey. It was Mickey, then it went to Bobby Mercer. After Bobby Mercer, Mickey Rivers, and then Mickey Rivers, then it became Bernie, right? But now it seems like shortstop is that position. Like no other, and it's weird. Like every other position, we've had great players, on the Yankees, but shortstop is going to be that where their Jeter's shadow is always going to be there. And unfortunately, whoever takes over is going to have to, deal with that shadow, looming over them. So, but I think Volpe definitely needs a change of scenery. I think he's the perfect player. And you know what? It's not even about not being able to play in New York. He's not one of those players. He could do it. Like he did it his rookie year, right? Gold Glove. He played great in the postseason that year. He hit the grand slam in the World Series, right, against the Dodgers. So he played good in the playoffs. So he could do it here. It's just, I think the situation now is just not good for him. It's just not a good Volpe situation right now because he's just not. He's not in the plans. Let's say it that way, right? He's just not in the plans. And if I was him, I would say, listen, I'm willing to play any position. I'll play second. I'll play third. And maybe that would help him out a little bit. But for now, I think he's probably going to get traded by the end of the year.
And the showcasing thing that you said, Chris, that's maybe these 10 games are like the Yankees are showcasing him. So hopefully for his sake, he plays well. And maybe the Yankees do get a trading partner. I mean, there's teams that could use them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But not the Mets because they have too many shortstops as it is.
You don't want our scraps anymore?
Right?
Well, I think we have enough of your scraps right now.
There's a couple more we could give you too if you want.
Yeah, you have more.
Sure.
You want a third baseman? You want a center fielder? What do you want? We got
Trent
plenty.
Grisham will be a Met. He at one time or another he will become a Met, and I've been saying this for how long?
Okay, it might happen. It might be coming.
Yeah, listen, I've had enough of that stuff right now.
That's true. He's got Devin Williams and he's got Weaver there. So.
Yeah,
I can't wait for them to pitch. I can't wait to watch Aaron Judge hit like a grand slam off of Luke Weaver or Devin Williams.
All right, Dan says, Chris, do you think his rookie year went to his head? I don't know. I'll be honest. I think last year messed up Volpe when he was playing injured. They should have said, no, you're not playing injured. You're not playing through this injury. Yeah. Like, give him a chance. Give him a few weeks. And if he proves that he could play through that injury that he had last year, fine. But I mean, he was horrible from that point on. He was horrible last year after he got that shoulder injury, right? So I thought, listen, give him a couple of weeks to prove that he could play through it. If not, get the surgery and you're done for the year. Let's see what Armand's saying. Per the Como breaking, Clay Holmes. Oh my God. Suffered on a comebacker in tonight's game. He'll be out for a long time. Carlos Mendoza. Oh man.
Okay. Now.
Oh boy.
Now can I go?
Boy.
Now can I? Now can I start?
Yeah.
Okay. You might as well put up your graphic. Put up your graphic.
You're on, Rob.
Okay. All right. You got the old man lawn graphic. There it is. Okay. This team is cursed this year. Okay. What did I just? Armand, thanks for giving me the great news. What did I just see? Clay Holmes. Oh man, look at this. Lindor, Alvarez, Mauricio, Polanco, Senga, Minter still hurt, Robert Jr., and now Clay Holmes. What is going on with this team? This team is cursed. The season's over for the Mets. All right. Yeah. What's today's day? May what? May 19th, 20th. I lost
15th,
track.
May 15th. It's early.
Oh, it's the 15th. Okay. I'm like way ahead of myself. All right. May 15th. It's early. It's over. That's it. The Braves are going to win the National League East. Yes, Jason. The Braves are going to win the National League East because there's no way the Mets could survive. There's no way. I mean, who are they going to bring up? You know what? Tonga's going to come up. Yeah, I'm with you, Armand. There's the white flag. Time to start waving it. Get my glove ready. Yeah, I could
You too, Dan.
barely
Maybe you
make
could throw
it.
for them.
Yeah, Rob,
I'd have to
you on the
throw
mound.
I'd have to throw sitting from my chair. Okay, I used to have a great arm, but those days were over. Listen, the whole team is injured. Okay, I thought tonight when Soto took that swing, I said, "Oh no!" When they said his back, I'm like, "Oh no, here we go." But he hit the home run. But I'm telling you, if Holmes, this is it. That's it. That's it. It's over. It's over. Get off my lawn, please. Because I've had enough of this. Go ahead. Go ahead, Yankee fans. Talk amongst each other.
I'm not. No, that's horrible. I listen. We were just saying how good, right? We were saying that a little bit earlier. How good Holmes is as a starter, and
I'm not laughing at Clay Holmes. I'm laughing at Rob. Let's just
I know that.
here.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. Definitely.
I just don't. This is the whole team. Like, it's going to be, it's going to be the Binghamton Rumble Ponies out there. That's it, and plus Soto and Bichette, who Bichette hasn't been hitting. No, that's horrible news. I really feel bad for him. The guy was awesome for us as a starting pitcher.
Was.
And of course this happens. Yes. All right, listen, I got to get off of this kick for a second. Chris, why don't you put up that picture we have of Diaz so I could at least slide into something funny. Okay. I love that headline.
On Twitter, I was so confused. So confused.
Okay, listen, if Edwin Diaz and the Ortiz brothers, who are jockeys, right, are tied to illegal cockfighting in Puerto Rico, why? What?
Right? Why?
Why? Why? It's like with the gambling thing. Why? And if you read that headline, that really, for the first second you look at it, that doesn't look too good. You're like, well, maybe there was a problem in the Mets locker room, but that's crazy. I mean, why do these? What are they that bored? Is he that bored that this is what he's into? And then they said, well, it's in his culture. Yeah, but Puerto Rico is part of the United States, so it's illegal there. Chris, what do you think about this?
I think it's stupid. Edwin Diaz, let's remind everybody, he signed a 3-year, $69 million contract this offseason to pitch for the Dodgers, who just came off winning 2 straight World Series. Why do you even have to why are you even thinking about doing anything like this with an animal? This is horrible. Yeah. It's stupid.
It is
and
horrible.
It's horrible. As stupid as it is, it's horrible. So
it is.
I don't get it. How are you that bored, that you got to do cockfighting, have fighting between 2 animals? Like, why is that even? It does. I don't know. I can't. I could never comprehend that. It just doesn't make sense to me. I get it's his whatever. He did that when he was younger or whatever. It brings me back to Michael Vick, right? With the dog fighting stuff.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're in the. You got the. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't know.
What do you think, Madison?
Yeah, man. Maybe you make sense of that because it doesn't make sense to me.
No, I have no idea. I agree. Are you that bored? I think it's, I don't know. Is it like what's with the Dodgers and like gambling scandals? I have no idea.
It was the interpreter. It wasn't.
That's
him.
Right. That's right. All right. I'm on to saying
he's part of the team.
Yeah.
Right. That's true, Armand. If Diaz was on the Mets, this would have been a way bigger story. And LA is, second biggest market, and it's not as big because, yes, every big MLB guy would be yelling about this because it's the Mets. I agree with Armand on that. And
yeah,
it's stupid.
LA is so laid back. It's too like
it is.
Remember Ohtani a couple years ago when he came out with the gambling thing? It was last year, right? Like he did he had the written, he had a written speech or whatever. He went in front of everybody, said what he had to say, and then he walked off. Like nobody asked him questions. He wasn't hounded, nothing. If that was here, he would have been, he would have been hounded like all season. They would have kept on him about the gambling thing. Yep. They would have kept on asking him questions. It wouldn't have been over in one day. So I agree with Armand. It's just,
could you imagine if that was Judge gambling? Like
he would have been done.
Yeah.
He would have been done.
Yeah.
Sadly, he would have been done.
Anytime you do anything cruel to animals, you're a jerk. So you know what, Diaz? Every day it's more and more where I'm saying, you know what, maybe the Mets knew something, and maybe Stearns actually, although remember they were going to offer more money. So really that doesn't, what I'm saying really doesn't count, because
this is called dodging a bullet, Rob. This is what
that's what
this is called.
You're right, Chris. Thank you.
Dodging a bullet.
Which is something that's probably the only bullet the Mets have dodged lately, because they're not dodging any bullets now. Can we get Frank the Tank on the show now?
I don't know if he's still alive after hearing all this.
Instead of when we had him on and he didn't yell. I mean, that was just unbelievable. We were talking about that before. We had Frank the Tank on and he was normal. He didn't yell. He didn't scream. And we couldn't get him to yell, Chris.
Yeah, we tried. Like you said, that was when they were winning, right? I think we had him early in the year last year. It was April or May. And that's when the Mets were playing great. I think after June is when the Mets started to. So that would have been a good time to get. Like now, forget it. He's probably a mess right now. So
all right. So getting to other stuff. The Yankees lost a great voice recently, John Sterling, of course. And we really, Chris, we didn't get a chance to talk about it really because we've had guests and a lot going on. So I want to get both your thoughts on that. We'll start with you, Matt. What do you think about the passing of John Sterling?
I was very upset. I saw all the notifications like when I woke up that morning, because it had happened. I don't know if it was late the night before that people posted about it or really early the morning of, but I woke up and I looked at my Twitter notifications and all I saw was John Sterling, John Sterling, John Sterling. And I was like, well, that can't be good. So I opened it and like that was the first thing that I saw on Twitter that morning. It was very sad. I was very upset. I wish the Yankees would have like an armband or a patch on their jersey, like Susan Waldman said. I'm not sure. I think there might have been talks about doing that. I'm not sure if anything was like officially decided. I think the ceremony they kind of did for him that night was really nice, and they have his initials on the back of their hats. I think that was really nice. I think they have to win it all for him now.
Yeah.
So
I hope so.
Oh wait, they didn't put anything on their uniform, because when Kiner passed away, the Mets put a microphone on the uniform, and I also think they did that when Bob Murphy passed away too. See, that's other things that, like Madison, even though you're a Yankee fan, like one of the voices of summer was Bob Murphy for the Mets, and like she has no idea, Chris.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But I think for me, at least with Sterling was here from the late 80s era. So he, like when he started, it was Don Mattingly era. So he took us from the Don Mattingly era through the early 90s, the rebuild, right? Then the mid 90s to the late 90s era. Obviously, that's when, all the core four got here, the core five really, with Bernie starting it, Pettit, Jeter, Posada, right, and Rivera. So he took us through that whole process, right, from the late 80s run to the mid 90s to like the passing of the torch from Mattingly to Jeter as captain, the championships, and like he was the voice of the team throughout that whole time on the radio. And for a lot of us, like driving in the car, whether, if you can't watch the game for whatever reason and you're in the car, you're listening to, it's him, right? It was John Sterling and his iconic, home run calls and the Yankees win at the end. I mean, it was just great, and he just covered so much, so many different generations, or different eras, I should say, of the Yankees. I think that's what made it even more special because he was here for so long and through so many different eras. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be missed. I thought somebody posted that they were going to do a patch, right?
I thought so
patch,
too,
right?
but I don't know like who posted it. I know that for sure they're keeping his initials on the back of all their hats, and they wore different hats tonight, and they were on the back of the hats tonight as well. I'm not sure if they like officially did anything with the patch on the sleeve. I think there were definitely talks about it. I'm just not sure if anything like is official yet.
Yeah.
And you have to remember too, Chris, he also did Atlanta Braves games because he did the game, that 19-inning marathon in 1985 on the 4th of July, the Mets Braves game, right? That the Mets ended up winning after Braves relief pitcher Rick Camp hit a game-tying home run, and then the Mets won that game. And then the Braves, this was crazy, Madison. After the game, it was like 4 a.m. or something. The Braves actually had fireworks night. Remember that, Chris?
Oh, really?
Yes.
And after the game, they were shooting off the fireworks like 4:30 a.m. or something. But John Sterling did Braves games too.
And he did the Islanders for a little bit at the beginning.
That's right.
And he did Atlanta Hawks when he was doing the Braves. I think he also did the Atlanta Hawks at the time. So yeah, he's done a lot. I seen a video of him doing the Orioles, like interviewing, kind of like doing what like Meredith does, like after the game, interviewing players and stuff like that. I seen an Orioles clip with him, very young, doing it. But I did see. Here's the Yankees. I'm gonna post it up. They did announce it. They're going to start May 18th with a patch on the uniforms.
Okay, I thought I saw something like that. I just couldn't remember when.
They're going to pay a season-long tribute to John Sterling by wearing a customized memorial patch on the uniform sleeves beginning at the start of their next homestand, Monday, May 18th versus Toronto. Acknowledge to passing with JS stitching on the back of the hats, I should say. So, yeah. So at least they're going to be doing it. So that's the good thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good tribute to John Sterling. A lot of teams did tributes to him actually this week too, which is pretty good. The Mets did one tonight before the start of tonight's game, which was nice. So also we have to bring up another passing, Chris. Atlanta Braves manager Bobby Cox. Okay, listen, the Braves really drove me nuts and drove the Mets fans nuts when Bobby Cox was the manager. But I mean, his record just says it all. The guy was an amazing manager, Chris.
Yes, he definitely was. I mean, how many division championships did he win, right? In a row for the for the Braves. I mean, he won 5 pennants altogether, 1 World Series. That's the only, I think, thing, and I'm sure it eats him or it ate him up inside for years that they only won 1 championship during that run when they had, all those great pitchers, when they had that great rotation. So I think that probably ate him up, and it probably ate up every player that played for that era on the Braves, right? That they could only win 1 championship. Unfortunately for them, they ran into, the Yankees a couple of times during the 90s, right? So, and you know what? I forgot who was the guy that said it. Maybe it was Smoltz, but they said if they had Rivera and we had, some other closer, then it probably would have been the other way around, right?
How about if they had Rivera and you had John Rocker?
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't have went well, especially being in New York. No,
exactly. How could John Rocker?
I don't think he would come here, but
yeah, wait, Chris. Yeah,
What?
I'm sorry. He did pitch for the Long Island Ducks. Remember that?
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, that's when you're at the end and you're like,
Yeah.
you're clinging, right?
Go
But
ahead. What were you going to say?
no, I'm just saying like I think that was the big difference. Like we had Rivera and they had, whoever they had closing, whether it was Mark Wohlers that one year where he blew the what was that, the game 4?
Yeah,
Right, with the Laird's home runs. I think that was game 4,
yes.
right? In the 96 World Series. But yeah, I mean, it's still great manager. The run they had in Atlanta, and especially with that pitching staff, it was pretty amazing. So yeah,
It is.
and he's beloved by Atlanta.
Yeah, it is amazing though with that pitching staff that they didn't win more than one World Series. I mean, when you have Glavine and Smoltz, I mean, and Maddox, what a pitching staff that was.
Yeah.
And believe me, I know.
And think of the lineup they had too, right? Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones, right? I mean, you had great players there too on the other side. So they had a great team. That's why they won. How many I think 13 in a row? Did they win 13 pennants in a row?
And I had to suffer through all of that as usual.
13 division titles. I'm sorry. I keep on saying pennants. 13 division titles.
Division titles, yes. That's unbelievable. But only one World Series win. But yeah, so Bobby Cox, great manager, great manager. And someone else who maybe Chris knows, but maybe not. And there's no way Madison knows, but no way. A guy who pitched for the Mets and the Braves also passed away, so I just have to announce it quickly. Buzz Capra. Do you remember Buzz Capra?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was weird because he had a couple of good years, but that was it. He pitched for the Mets. 73 he was on the Mets when they made the postseason run and played Oakland in the World Series, but he didn't make the postseason roster. But he went to the Braves the next year in 74, and he became an all-star, and he led the National League. He had the best ERA in the National League that year.
In 74, he was 16-8 with a 2.28 ERA, and he was 9th in the Cy Young Award.
Which is that's amazing.
And he was an all-star.
And he was an all-star. So I just figured that I'd just mention that to anyone who cares. I mean, send our condolences to his family, but I might be one of the only ones who remembers seeing him play. That's how old I am.
Yeah, the name definitely doesn't ring a bell. I'm thinking like when it's a player, especially in the National League, if it was in the 70s or early 80s, I remember when I used to collect baseball cards back then, at least I'll remember the name, and I'll have the card in my head a little bit, but that name doesn't come to me at all.
Yeah. I mean, he started pitching before you were born, so I can see why. All right, so we got a couple of minutes. Madison, why don't you tell us about your show? What's coming up? How's it going with your show? Let everybody know out there.
Yeah, it's been going really well. I've been trying to go live once a week, usually Sunday nights. I feel like there's no games on Sunday nights for the most part. So if you have nothing to do, you can come watch. You guys will be coming on next month. So that's exciting. Right after, I think that's like the week after the Boston series, I think. So I'm sure there'll be good things to talk about. Hopefully the Mets start winning again.
And definitely, if you're on YouTube, give her a sub on YouTube for the show. Check it out. It's awesome. We love Madison. Her show's great. She has different guests all the time. Definitely worth the watch. And you know what? Even more so than or just as much as the show, just following you on Twitter. And if you're on TikTok, you put a lot of content on there, a lot of fun stuff. So it's definitely worth it to follow you there. You're always at the games, right? You're always at Yankee games, which is awesome. I wish I could go to as many games as you. But yeah, no, you put a lot of great content. The baseball card stuff, I love.
That has to be my new
ripping
favorite
packs.
series that I'm doing for sure.
Yeah, you got to keep
It's
doing
so
it.
much fun.
You got to keep doing it. You're probably going to get the whole set and then missing Rodon at the end.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I plan on getting a pack of cards when I'm at the game on Tuesday, and I'm going to open them when I'm there. Hopefully that'll give me some good luck. I feel like I've been banking on Carlos starting on May 19th for however long. Like I've been posting about it for so long. He's not going to start. So, maybe the baseball gods can compromise and give me the card on that day instead.
And
you guys
my
will
question,
know. You'll know.
Yeah.
My Twitter goes crazy. You will know.
My question to you is, when is your brother going to become your co-host?
Okay, I've had so many people be like, he needs his own podcast. The problem is, I never know what's going to come out of that kid's mouth. The amount of things that I have to clip out of my TikTok videos that I make with him, I can't risk going live with him because I just don't know what he's going to say. maybe like, I don't know, maybe sometime this summer when he's out of school, maybe we'll do like, maybe a 25, 30-minute little thing. Maybe not an hour, but maybe I can get him on here for a little bit.
I'm sure that he would love it, and your audience definitely will love it. But maybe the first time you shouldn't do it live. Just
Yeah, I know.
I lay down the law. With him. That's all.
The problem is it's not even a problem. He just likes to talk, so you just never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
But watching him, both of you guys ripping the packs, that's really great stuff. I look forward to that every day. I check it out.
Here's Madison's Twitter profile, so definitely give her a follow there as well.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I end up getting Carlos on Tuesday and he's not there with me. Like, what's gonna happen?
That's right.
Oh, he's gonna flip out.
I know. I did one video with him, and then I did a couple on my own before like having him back on the video, just because like he was busy with like sports and stuff, so I just couldn't find a time that worked. And he was like, "What do you mean you were recording without me?"
Oh boy.
I was like, "Uh-oh."
That's great though. It's really fun, and you guys have got to check out her podcast. I'm always saying it on X, I retweet it or whatever they call it now, since it's X. And
re-X.
I tell them, yeah. I tell them, follow her, check out her show. It's really good, and can't wait to go on it again. We had a lot of fun. We love when you come on our show too, and everyone does. We always get good comments about that, right, Chris?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Always got people coming. Oh, that was great. Madison's great. She's got a great show. So definitely worth it.
So let me ask you guys before we go, are the Yankees going to sweep the Mets? Chris, what do you think?
I don't know. I originally said 2 out of 3 the Yankees will take, and I'm going to stick with it. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow is going to be kind of a wild card day, right? I'm not putting Rodon down at all when I say this, but you're just not sure what kind of start we're going to get out of him tomorrow, right? Because it's only his second start. So I don't know what we're going to get, like even, and to be honest, even if he throws 5 or 6 good innings, I don't know what the bullpen's going to give us in the last 3 innings, right? Like we just seen tonight, right? They almost gave it back. So I don't know. Tomorrow, I just don't have a good feeling about it. I don't have a bad feeling. I don't know how to feel about it, because I think it's going to be one of those wild card games that something crazy could happen. But Sunday, it's Weathers versus Freddie Peralta. I love that matchup. I'm really looking forward to that one. But Saturday, I don't know. What do you think, Madison?
All right. So obviously
I know what you think.
To do well.
I know what you want.
Let me just say it's a Fox TV game. I'm pretty sure the game's on Fox tomorrow, and we always know how those go for us. We got Joe Davis. We've got John Smoltz. I want to rip my ears off of my head. So I hope we win, but I think if I would bank on winning either tomorrow or Sunday, I'd say Sunday. I'm not sure about tomorrow.
Okay, well,
What do you think,
Maybe
Rob? Rob thinks he's getting swept. So
I don't know. I thought at first we were going to get swept. Then I thought, well, you know,
we're losing 99 games in a row now. That's it.
Yeah, that's frank. But whatever it is. But thanks, Madison. Before I announce our shows for next week, really love having you on. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Madison.
thank you for having me. It was fun.
Okay, Chris, why don't you put up the graphic of our guest on Monday, 3 p.m. Former Indians and Ranger pitcher Jim Kern comes on the show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's just put it this way. If you guys don't know who Jim Kern is, look it up. Go on the internet, check out, type in his name, and come on and watch the show on Monday, because we're going to have a lot of fun. Chris, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, me too. Because I looked up his stats. He's got pretty cool stats. I think 79 or 80. He had a really great year. Won the Relief Man of the Year award as the top closer and all that. Yep. But then after that, it went downhill. So I'm kind of curious. I want to ask him, at that point, maybe he got hurt, something like that or whatever. I just want to hear about his playing career and all these weird stories. Are they true? Are they not true? Because that's another thing, right? A lot of these stories are fake, but I want to hear them from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, me too. Can't wait for that. So once again, thank you, Madison. We appreciate it. Chris, you have anything else before I sign us off here?
No, I think, listen, Madison, we love having you on. Whenever you want to come on, just let me know. Hey, I'm free Friday night. I want to come on, then you're more than welcome. So whenever you want to come on again, more than welcome. But thank you. And anybody out there for Madison, definitely give her a like and a subscription. Subscribe to her podcast on YouTube, A Generational Run, a Yankees podcast, and also ours, NYMLB Talk. If you haven't yet, please do so. We really would appreciate it. Helps us out a lot. So until then, Rob, you got it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see everyone Monday, 3 p.m. Former Ranger and Indians pitcher Jim Kern. Catch you then.